everybody, we are back. My next guest tonight is a hilarious actress and playwright. She was the star of the Comedy Central show, a really funny show, Strangers with Candy. Let's take a look.
By the way, Jerry, did you by any chance wipe your on our bathroom towels?
Before I dignify that with an answer, let me get this straight. You're asking me if I wipe my on the towels?
Yes, Jerry.
You have the huevos, mas grandes, try to make me look like some filthy animal in front of my super cool friend Fran.
Did you do it?
Yes. I was in a hurry.
It's just not right. Dick Clark, stop laughing at that. Please welcome Amy Sedaris. How are you, Amy?
I'm all right.
Yeah, nice.
I look like Joan Van Ark. Look. It's the new me, and it's amazing. Isn't the makeup amazing?
No one does a Joan Van Ark impression anymore.
I know. I'm really 40 years old.
You know, you are so able to, it's so funny because I never see you this way. I love Strangers with Candy, so I always see you with all the makeup.
Uh-huh.
And
I have more makeup now.
Well, I first saw you do your Piglet character on stage, which is one of the most outrageous characters I've ever seen anyone do. Can we just see a little bit of Is there anything we need to know?
I'm not prepared. Hold on. Okay, wait a second.
Well, tell us, who is Piglet, first of all?
It's this character that Dave and I, my brother and I, we write plays together, and she's in every play because she's too dirty to, you know, do anywhere else on TV.
So we'll be bleeping you right now.
Yeah, this is it. What you do, Dick, is... Oh, wait a second, I'm sweating. Hold on.
Okay.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Joan Van Ark. Okay,
Like
all
the
you have
Shroud
to
of
do
Turin now, yeah?
on Rockin' New Year's Eve is take some tape, do this like that, create that. Hold on. You have
Okay, want me to hold that up for you?
Shoot, it's that Greek skin I have.
Okay, don't we worry about a thing. I've got to see this.
Worry about a
And we can pull this all up in editing. No one will know a thing at home.
Okay.
They're all saps. All right, there we go.
Appreciate this, mother. You can take your stinking sack of hard luck bull and stick it up your bitch's blistered
Oh, man.
Sweet 16. Never been touched.
TV ain't like it used to be.
No, it isn't, Dick. Things have changed, old friend. Oh, man.
He looks so good and healthy, doesn't he?
Yeah, don't I?
You do. You look good.
Thank you. Now, I read your brother. We had your brother on the show, David Sedaris.
Oh, yeah,
and
David.
he wrote this book, Me Talk Pretty One Day, which is a really funny collection.
I haven't read it yet. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a really funny collection of stories about you and your family growing up.
Right.
And he has one story in the book. He talks about what a good impressionist you were, even as a little girl, and you used to play pranks on your parents because you could do such good impressions over the phone. Tell us one.
Well, there's this one lady, her real name's Betty Weber, but I shouldn't tell you her real name. And she worked at this
Too late now, Betty Weber.
art gallery, and she talked like this, "Hi, Lou." So I would call my dad up at work. He worked for IBM at the time, and I would call him up and act like, you know, I wanted to go out with him. "Hi, Lou, it's Betty. I find you irresistible." "Hi, Betty," you know, and
your dad was fooled. He really thought this woman was coming on to him.
Yes. And I'd keep it going. I'd call him up and say, "I was just wondering if you could meet me, you know, at the gallery tonight." And, "Well, Betty," you know, and he would just be very nice. So he never, you know, volunteered to meet with her. But
that was nice.
It sure would have been fun if he had. Mom! Ah! But I could do it now, and he'd still fall for it, even though he's read the book and everything. Betty!
That's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing to think, like, yeah, if he had said yes. Oh,
I know,
anyway,
then what, right?
Yeah, then you're stuck.
Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Can't she be on Rockin' New Year's Eve doing Piglet? We got Casey and the Sunshine Band coming up. Stop doing that. We can bleep you. That we have trouble with. All right, now. You're a pistol. You are. I didn't know that you have another brother as well. I didn't realize that. I was reading this book, and it turns out you have another brother.
My little brother, Paul, he has his own floor sanding business called Silly P Hardwood Floors. He's really good. He makes like, I made like $18,000 today. I mean, he's like loaded. But yeah, he's the kind of guy, like when he comes to visit, at the time, you know, like as if he's smoking pot or whatever, then he'll mail pot to himself from himself. That way, they know where to find me if they, you know, find it. You gotta admit, it's a pretty freaking good idea. Like, Paul.
That's the worst scheme I've ever heard.
I know what I'll do. To me, from me. Yeah. He's a great guy.
So, Amy, how was your Christmas? Did you have a nice, normal Christmas?
I did. I stayed in New York City for the first time. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at home on my couch with my friend Jennifer. You don't know her. And I'm like, oh, you know, my mother's, you know, she's not alive anymore, and my imaginary boyfriend has a girlfriend. It's not me. So I was a little depressed. So I'm thinking I would do anything for Vicodin right now, which is a painkiller, which is great to take if you don't have any pain. So I'm like, where am I going to find Vicodin? You know, it's Christmas Eve. There's got to be somebody. I walk out of my apartment door, and there's a beautiful mulatto woman on crutches. I swear to God, I'm like, ping, ping. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. The crutches and all.
What?
Because I know the pain, the crutches.
Oh,
And
you
I
know
said,
that she's in pain, so she must have some...
And she did. So I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm so sorry. You know, the doctor gave you anything like that. She's like, yeah, something called Vicodin. She's like, yes. So I'm in her apartment. She's giving me 8 Vicodin, you know? And she's on something, so she forgets she gives it to me. And she's like, did I already give you the Vicodin? I'm like, the Girl Scout in me said yes. And anyway, that's a miracle. It's a miracle.
That's a Christmas miracle.
It is.
That's the nicest Christmas story I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Highly recommend it.
One of the funniest people I know, Amy Sedaris. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. It's so cool to have you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. That was great. All right, that's our show for the night. I want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for later, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.